kind of makes you question. And then this video popped up.
Black people have been asking the same question for centuries. What did we do to y'all? Like, seriously, what the did we actually do? Because at some point you have to stop believing that this is random. You stop believing that this is just ignorance. Because how are Black people simultaneously copied, feared, mocked, criminalized, fetishized, segregated, underpaid, over-policed, erased, and exploited on basically every continent on Earth? At some point you have to realize, oh, this is not about behavior. This is not about morality. It's not even about individual Black folks. This is what Blackness was made to represent in the modern world. And that answer is ugly, because the truth is, Black people became the foundation the modern world built hierarchy on. That's the answer. Not because Black people did something uniquely wrong, not because we're uniquely violent, not because we're uniquely criminal, but because Europe and then the United States needed a permanent bottom caste to justify slavery, colonialism, empire, and capitalism. You can't build an empire on stolen labor without creating a group you can convince the world deserves exploitation. That is what we became. That is what Black people became. The justification, the bottom rung.
Is it safe now to kind of ask questions like this? What was the reason? It's natural to ask questions like, did they make a contract with some type of evil entity or evil being that needed us and needed to feed off of us? This is like, that's how far we've gone in the ways of trying to figure it out, because it doesn't make sense. How could a people be so dense to hate and hatred and use that as a battery, use a person's quote-unquote skin color as a battery to do so many heinous things? You see creators online who are asking questions about a 400-year contract and did they make it with entities? We're going to talk about it. It's okay to talk about it now. We have to come into this. What happens when awareness opens up? This is, you ask questions, you try to decode the reasons. I just wanted to point that out and make that known. Like, it's okay. It's safe here to actually really, open up and allow that to flow out and come to conclusions and kind of just ask the wild questions. It was wild things that happened to our ancestors. Or did it? We don't know. That's the thing. All of these things are programmed. Everything, the history, we know that they lie. They lie about everything. So we can't trust them.
So what I want to share on that point of view, which they were just talking about. If you know the scriptures, and whether you accept them or not, it was prophecy that was said, what was going to end up happening if our ancestors did not keep the covenant, which is so the contract was made with us in Exodus chapter 24, verse 1 through 8. Your key verse is 3, 7, and 8. That's your key verse. There was a contract made with the Creator that we would keep the law. And by us keeping the law, we made a contract with the Creator. That's why we are the certain people that's going through the hell we're going through, because our ancestors didn't keep the law. And it's our job to turn back. It's also prophesied that in a certain time that we would turn back to the law, or the Spirit will come upon us in order to know what we need to know. But it's up to you to study. It's up to you to get the knowledge to understand why it happened, what happened, and what promoted it to happen in order for us to be in the position that we're in today. But y'all don't choose to check it out. Y'all don't choose to study. The Creator has equipped us with the information right there that y'all choose not to look at. And y'all say that the book is for the white man. That book is against the white man, or who y'all call the white man. I just say a man in power. The book is against them. Y'all don't know it because y'all don't study it to understand. But the whole point is, pointing the finger, you got 3 pointing back. So my choice and my information to you, if you want to understand the contract that was made, your ancestors made the contract by not keeping the law. You're keeping the contract by not keeping the law. And for you out there that's doing whatever you want to do, that's why you in the curse. Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14 gives you the understanding by keeping the law. Deuteronomy 28, 15 through 68 is the contract if you don't keep the law. You're keeping the contract. So until you turn back to the Creator, the Almighty Yah, the God, or whoever you want to call it, Until you start keeping that law, you're going to stay where you at. So if y'all don't want to accept it, that's on you. But this contract made long before you got here. But it's up to you to change it. Yeah, Christ consciousness, the Messiah consciousness, Christ, Messiah only means to mean anoint. The anointed consciousness is awakening upon us as a people. You are the people. But you have to accept what's going on, and you have to accept the word of the law, because there will be law, and there will be law and organization on the earth. The reason why the earth is not is not organized under the law is because everything is out of law. Why? You ain't studied to find out. So if you want to know about the contract, the 400-year contract, let me give it to you real quick. What happened was in Genesis 15, the Creator told Abram that your seed was going to be in the land for 400 years. They're going to serve their enemies for 400 years. That 400 years from 1619 to 2019. In the beginning of this information that we're looking at, which is called the contract is done. 2016 to 20 dang, I couldn't get the rest of it because it went off. It said 2016 to 2019? Yeah, not 2016 to 2019. It was 1619 to 2019 was the 400 years. 2020 was the beginning of the judgment. The judgment started in 2020. And if you go to again to Genesis 15, 13 and 14, actually started at 12, but I have to explain. I have explained that in my information. If you want to know more, contact me. I can break it down for you about the twofold prophecy that was in Genesis 15. But if you want to know more, like I said, check it out. But Genesis 15, verse 13 and 14 says that you will be in the land of your enemy and you shall serve your enemies for 400 years. Then he's going to judge that nation. That nation was the nation of Rome, the Roman Empire across the world. Wherever the Roman Empire was, they got judged. And it's not just the Roman Empire as physically, it was mentally. A lot of people passed, and that was a judgment out from the Creator, which you'll find the 4 judgments in Ezekiel chapter 14, verse 12 through 23. What that judgment that was made was the pestilence, which was sickness. So until you do your research, you'll never know. But check me out. I'm at JuicePro33, JuicePro33 on YouTube. All one word, is all together. So if you want to check me out and look at the 4 steps revealing Rome. That'll give you some information. Other than that, I love you. Appreciate love you. I see you soon and always. Peace. This is Mikael.